What's happening, guys? So I'm going to be doing a live commentary or live discussion on who I think is in and who I think is out. And what I'm going to be doing is that I'm going to go over every single character in this roster, in the Injustice 1 roster, and give you my brief thoughts on whether I think this character will be returning or whether I think this character will be sitting out for Injustice 2. And by the way, I will go into spoiler territory for all things DC. I might go into some other things and stuff, so be warned for spoilers. Just giving you a heads up right now. And if you guys haven't already, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up for more Injustice 2 content, and subscribe if you haven't already as well. Alright, so the characters that are confirmed that I don't really need to go over are The Flash, Batman, Superman, Aquaman, and judging from that Injustice 2 shirt, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll leave that video up on the YouTube cards, but the shirt basically confirms Harley Quinn and Wonder Woman. Alright, so starting off with Nightwing. Yes, I do think Nightwing will return. However, he did die in the Injustice comic. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he did die in the Injustice comic, but I really don't think that matters. But if it does, I can see him being replaced by like a Robin or something, which I'm down to see. But I do believe Nightwing will return regardless. Moving on to Lobo. In my opinion, I can see him sitting out for Injustice 2. But I wouldn't automatically say he's out. I would say he has really good chances to return, but I can see him excluded. I can see him being excluded from the Injustice 2 roster. So I don't really know how I feel about Lobo for the next game, but I wouldn't automatically call him out. Joker, in my opinion, he's already a guarantee. I mean, he's very popular amongst comic book fans and to casual audiences as well. Like, you can just show a picture of the Joker and they can say, oh yeah, that's the Joker. So everyone knows the Joker, and I believe that popularity will take part in the roster selection or who's in the roster for Injustice 2. So yeah, Joker is definitely going to be in there. And plus the Suicide Squad movie is coming out this August, so cannot wait for that. And you know, it's probably just promotional things and stuff like that. So yeah, Joker is definitely guaranteed to be in. Solomon Grundy, I would have to say no. I don't think Solomon Grundy will return. I mean, he's not really, I don't just see him paying that much relevance to the story or anything like that. But, you know, things could happen. Maybe he can have a bigger role than he did in Injustice. I mean, you know, things happen and stuff. So I wouldn't really mind if he did, but I don't see him returning for this game. Cyborg, I would have to say yes, since he was in Dawn of Justice. He had a cameo in Dawn of Justice, Batman v Superman, and the Justice League movie will be coming out next year, and he will be in it, and the game comes out next year, so yes, I do think Cyborg is a guarantee. Green Arrow, despite him dying in the comics, and there's a TV show, I think the TV show will overshadow his death. So that means that, yes, I do think that Green Arrow will return because of the Arrow TV show, and it's just promotional things with WB and Warner Brothers, or WB and NetherRealm Studios and stuff. So yes, I do think Green Arrow is a guarantee. Judging from the Injustice 1 demand for him to be DLC, because everybody wanted him to be in the game. I mean, like when people found out he wasn't, everyone like screamed saying, hey, Martian Manhunter needs to be in here. So yes, I do believe that they're not going to make the same mistake and not including him in the roster. And I do believe that they're going to fix the mistake and include him in the Injustice 2 roster. So yes, I think Martian Manhunter is a guarantee. Zod, I would have to say he has good chances, but I can see him being excluded because, I don't know, there's other Superman villains you can use like Bizarro and stuff, but he was in Man of Steel, and his body was in Dawn of Justice, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice. So I can see why he would be included if he is, but honestly, I can see him sitting out on this one. Lex Luthor, he did die in the story mode for Injustice Gods Among Us, but I don't think that matters because LexCorp was in that trailer, like the LexCorp kind of construction things were seen in the gameplay trailer, and the Luthor banner was seen in there, so it basically confirms that Lex Luthor will be back, and plus he was in Dawn of Justice, so I can see Lex Luthor being a guarantee. Catwoman is a very popular character, and like I said, I do believe that popularity will take part in the roster selection or who's in the roster and stuff. So if we're going to be going off of popularity, I do believe that Catwoman will return because she is a very popular character amongst comic book fans. Deathstroke the same way. He is a very, very popular character. He's kind of like a character that appeals to casual audiences if they don't know anything about comics. I mean, this is probably one of the characters that they'll go to. I mean, aside from like Batman and Superman and stuff, Deathstroke is probably amongst those characters that casual audiences will go to. And he was in MK vs. DC, he was in a couple episodes of Arrow, and he was in Justice Gods Among Us. So yes, he's definitely a popular character, and I would have to say he's a guarantee. Raven, I would have to say she has very, very good chances, but not in the category of guarantee, but she has very good chances, and I do see her returning for Injustice 2. These two characters are already confirmed. Zatanna, I would have to say she has good chances. I mean, I don't know how I feel about her yet, but I would have to say I could see her returning, but I can also see her not returning. We're just going to have to wait and see, like I've said so many times, but yeah, I think Zatanna has very, very good chances. Oh my god, do I have to say anything? I mean, no. Scorpion is definitely not going to be in there, but I did discuss that if they're going to be doing another guest character, and if it's going to be a Mortal Kombat character, I do believe it will be Sub-Zero. However, I can't go in depth on why I think that because it's kind of not right. It's not the right time to talk about that. So yeah, I do believe that Sub-Zero will be the guest character if they're going to do another Mortal Kombat guest character, but it's not the right time to talk about that. In my opinion, Ares will not return. I just don't see him being like a must. I don't see him being needed or anything, so I would have to say Ares is out for this one. Same with Killer Frost, because Captain Cold's already in this game, and I believe that Captain Cold could be a replacement for Killer Frost, and Captain Cold, in my opinion, is so much cooler, and no pun intended, so much cooler and better, so I can see Captain Cold being a replacement for Killer Frost. Doomsday, I would have to say he's a guarantee because he was in Dawn of Justice, and he's a very like popular, hard-hitting character when it comes to Superman's villains and stuff like that. So yes, I do think that Doomsday is a guarantee. Hawkgirl, I would have to say she's amongst those characters amongst the Justice League, like the main Justice League members, but I wouldn't say she's a guarantee. She's like on the same side as Raven. I mean, she's very, very close to being on the category of guaranteed, but not quite yet. I don't know, it's just the way I feel about her. Shazam, yes, I do think that Shazam will return despite him dying in the Injustice storyline or in the Injustice story mode. I do believe he will return because there's a new movie coming out for Shazam, and Black Adam is going to be in there because he's going to be played by Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So yes, I do believe that Black Adam will be returning as well. Green Lantern, of course he's going to be returning, and if you're going to have Green Lantern, I think you're going to have Sinestro in there. Despite us having Atrocitus, I really don't think that matters. I just think you just have to have Sinestro in there if you're going to have Green Lantern. Batgirl, I would have to say that she's on the same side as Zatanna or Raven. I mean, I would say she has an 8.5 out of 10 chances of returning, but I wouldn't say she's a guarantee. So yes, I think she has really good chances, and I can see her being in. Bane, I would have to say he can easily be replaced by another Batman villain, by like, say, like, I don't know, Captain Boomerang or something like that, or Deadshot, or somebody amongst the Batman villains. I can easily see him being replaced, and not a lot of fans would be like, oh my god, why don't you have Bane in here? I can easily see him being replaced by another cooler Batman villain. So yeah, guys, those are my thoughts on who I think will be returning. A lot of characters on here I do believe will return. There's quite a few of them I believe that won't return. So let me know your thoughts. Who do you guys think is returning from the Injustice 1 roster? And who do you guys think is not returning? And do you guys agree with my opinions? And this is a crazy statement, but what if none of the characters are excluded from here except for Scorpion, and all of them return? I mean, they did promise us a bigger DC roster than the first one, so I guess time will tell. So anyways, guys, again, please leave your thoughts and opinions, everything down in the comments below, and follow me on Twitter for all my updates and stuff, and be sure, if there's any updates I missed, or if there's something that you guys want me to read, if there's like something interesting for Injustice 2, please be sure to tweet at me. My Twitter link will be down in the description below. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. My name is Roswell Productions, and I'm out for now.